Hi, everyone. This is Neerav from Donate for Change. And today we have with us Asha Low from Limitless, established charity registered in Singapore and working closely with Donate for Change. Welcome, Asha. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Let's start by you telling us a little bit about Limitless.
Yeah, Limitless is a youth non-profit that works with young people from the age of 12 to 25.
Mhm.
We work primarily in the area of mental health, and what we do is that we provide primarily services that allow young people to seek help for mental health issues. Our main aim is to break down barriers, right? Our mission is to empower listeners caused by mental health issues, mental illness, poverty, and social isolation. And one of the things that we have planned to do or we have envisioned to do is to break down barriers to help seeking. And that means that part of our work also very much involves providing therapy for young people who cannot either afford it or cannot seek help anywhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the big challenge for us is always to be able to get youth working with us,
Yeah.
but at the same time also find opportunities and platforms that we can work with them.
Right.
Um, so that's one end of our work. The other end of the spectrum, we do outreach and engagement, public education. This is done through like a myriad of means, done through talks, workshops. We have an app that helps you understand what a day in the life of a young person with depression looks like. We have online and we try to do a little bit of education through social media. We have an upcoming TikTok channel, and
Mhm.
and that is part of the work that we are doing
Right.
as well. Yeah.
So that's interesting because, there's obviously a lot of youth out there, and yes, some of them do face some issues and challenges in their lives at a young age. How do they respond to your offer to help out?
I think we are a very unique charity in that more than 90% of the beneficiaries and the clients that we work with are youths who have seek help on their own.
Mm,
Right, so they've come to us on their own. On one hand, that's rare,
yeah,
right? But that also means that the uh, the message is working, and they are seeing that us as a place whereby they can
mm,
come and fit that need or fill that need.
right. Yeah, so that's good because one thing is to kind of establish that they do have an issue that they would like to deal with. And so it's kind of admission on that side, and then to take it forward and actually overcome the challenge they face. How do the staff of Limitless, how do they cope? How do they deal with this? Are they trained? How do they manage the youth?
Our staff are all trained social workers and counselors.
Hmm.
So they are trained to manage these kind of issues and provide therapy for these young people.
Right.
We have a small team of select volunteers
Hmm.
who have been trained by us to be listeners
Hmm.
as well as provide some form of empathetic support.
Hmm.
It's a very small team, um, but we have trained them over months,
Right.
literally provided months of training for them as
Right.
well. Yeah.
Hmm.
So aside from that, we have a larger pool of volunteers that help us with our outreach.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to share some experience?
Yeah, I think more of what we see are youth who struggle with mood disorders or symptoms akin to mood disorders,
Hmm.
such as depression, dysthymia,
Hmm.
um, you know, adjustment disorders are very common as well. And we also see a lot of young people who struggle with anxiety related issues.
Hmm.
Those are common. And in the past year, we started to see a lot more trauma related cases come up, right? Either through abuse or,
Hmm.
loss, grief, sexual assault, right? These are the kind of cases that we're starting to see a little bit more on the rise.
Mm,
Um, and also a slight increase in eating disorder and personality disorder issues as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's all age groups in the society are impacted with what we're facing worldwide, and I think
Mm.
Singapore is no exception, right? How do you cope? What do you do to manage that? How do you not get how does it not affect you?
I mean, naturally, it's very human to be affected by these issues, and it's very normal for us to also be naturally quite affected. But
Yeah.
I think one of the safety nets that we put in place is we have what we call supervision,
Mm-hmm.
whereby I supervise the team,
Mm-hmm.
um, and we meet once a week for what we call group supervision to kind of like bounce off our cases with one another. I think also the team is very close knit. On top of that, clinical member or staff is entitled to $150 every month to spend on their own counseling.
Oh.
So yeah, to go and see an external counselor from another
Mm-hmm.
agency as well. Usually we do also partner with some most experienced and senior counselors
Mm-hmm.
from either private practice
Mm-hmm.
or from other agencies to kind of provide that service
Mm-hmm.
for our counselors as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you talk about my own personal health, like self care, I think for me, um, a lot of things are important. Right? It used to be exercise, but I can't do that now because it's so busy. But now, I think family time is important.
Right.
Right? My faith is important. Prayer is important for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So these are part of my coping strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Spending time on mundane things to just kind of recover, playing with my pets.
Yeah.
I think these are key things
Right.
that help me
Right.
personally. Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah, because you got to balance it out, right? I mean, you're coming home after speaking to someone with their issues and trying to help them. It must play on your mind as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, there are coping mechanisms to do that.
We always try our best not to bring it home, if possible. If possible.
Yeah,
That's not always possible, but if possible.
true, true. I can well
Yeah.
imagine that. Yeah. So just shifting gears to more about the charity and the donations, right? Fortunately, living in Singapore means we do have a fairly generous society, and people do give uh, to the various charities and the causes they believe in. Would you like to see more donations come your way? And Donate for Change is a platform that you've signed up with to help you. So
Yep.
how would you see this as a medium?
All
Hmm.
right. So, we are using multiple platforms online, trying to sign up for multiple grants. There's always a need for money because there's always a need for more staff.
Right.
Right. The need of the youths are greater than what we can provide.
Hmm.
And at the end of the day, if we can get more donations in, right, that will allow us to be a little bit more sustainable, provide more and better services to our
Hmm.
clients and our beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are, I mean, it's always needful to have more. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially with a client group like ours. I
Mm,
mean, last year we had 373 young people seek help from us,
mm,
and the year before we had 237. So you add that together,
mm,
right? Over 2 years, we've had more than 600 young people seek help from us, and we expect that to multiply in this year as well, right? Because the COVID-19 pandemic is not over.
yeah.
WHO has just issued a mental health crisis, and I think we all understand that that's what's happening around us at this point in
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
Therefore, there are more people seeking help, and
Yeah.
therefore we need to provide more those kind of services.
Correct.
And to be honest, we're stretched lah,
Yeah.
right? We're stretched at
Yes.
this point in time with the number of staff that we have.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No. So that is also something that Donate for Change is looking to do. Right. Is to be the conduit, be the platform between the charity and the donor community, so that um, you're actually able to then use a platform to just, like you say, cast a wider net and draw down, even if it's micro donations that we're looking for, it's still
Yeah.
money that comes to you and can be put towards a good cause. Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yeah. $10 a month, right? Can make a difference.
Yes,
Literally. Yeah.
yes, and that's a very good point that you make, Asha, because people always think of charity being, you need to write a big fat check, but
Mm.
maybe that's not really the case. As long as it's money coming in on a regular basis from the donors, um, you'll add that up, and you get to the big check eventually when you add it all up.
Yeah, but you're right. I would say this: just 5 people donating $10 a month,
Mhm,
right, for a
mhm.
year allows us to provide monthly counseling services to one youth and for a
Yeah,
whole year. Right. So I think at the end of the day, it plays a part. It plays a part. So even if you're one of the five giving $10 a month,
yeah.
you are making that change to one person's life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that is so critical, right? Because $5-10, giving $5 is price of a coffee or bubble tea. Young person
Yeah.
can benefit from all this. Yeah. What is it that you as a charity have planned for the next few months?
We're joining a joint campaign called the Safe Circle campaign, talking about trauma informed care and providing training for trauma informed care to the public,
Okay.
right, with a few other agencies. So that's going to run out and that's going to roll out in April, March, April,
Yeah.
right? Then we are gonna have a rock climbing competition in the middle of the year.
Okay.
Our Limitless run is gonna continue to go, continue to run towards the
Yeah.
end of the year, and in somewhere along the way, you can expect a forum from us,
Mhm.
a youth forum of mental health. So these are kind of like the big key items that we're gonna see this year.
Yeah.
Along the way, I think we will continue to provide the key services that we have,
Hmm.
right? And we'll definitely keep providing them as well, at least for the rest of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
This is really helpful. I think we get a good understanding of your organization and the good work that you guys are doing. Want to thank you for this opportunity for you to talk with us and share a lot about Limitless.
Much, Nira.